Get me that 6. We need more power.
I'm talking with Jason Brenner from Upper Deck Entertainment. Jason, welcome back again. Representing the Voice of E and the Dice Tower News.
Nice.
Let's first talk about what was the big Upper Deck announcement that happened Thursday morning here at Gen Con.
Okay, good question. The big announcement that we made Thursday was Versus System, for lack of a better term, is back at Gen Con right now. By Upper Deck, not by somebody else. We have it here. We have a kind of like a box set that we're doing. That'll be the first of hopefully many. It depends on how well received it is, and by all accounts, it's middle of the day on Friday, and we are better get it now if you want it. That's the best way I can put it.
Can you describe it?
I sure can. So what we've done is, instead of taking the old booster pack model, where you open blind packs, hopefully get that foil Savage beatdown, everything kind of comes in one box. And in this box, and I want to point out that what we have here at the show is just a Gen Con preview edition. It's not like what you'll see from distributors and in your stores, you know, down the road from now. This is just like a special edition you can only get here. So totally different. When we, you know, do something different with it, it'll be a different packaging, different card sets. This is just a preview edition for Gen Con.
Gotcha.
In any case, what you get in the box are 3 decks, Brotherhood, X-Men, and Sentinels. Anybody who's played Versus knows that they're awesome decks. And also, I had one of the creators, Danny Mandel, actually build them for this, so it's not just put random cards in there. He built fun decks. So, highly recommend. I see a lot of them going down, actually.
Yes, they're flying out there.
They are. So that was our big announcement Thursday. We're getting a lot of questions as to, great, you guys announced it, that's amazing, we have it for sale here, even better. What's next? What's next is TBD. We are, you know, we will have a plan in place if we decide to move forward with this, and I think we probably will, to support it at a very casual grassroots level. I'll be very upfront, there's not going to be another big pro circuit. It's not going to happen, because I really don't want to go down the same road we did last time, because last time, obviously, the game ended and failed and it wasn't supported, and we don't want to do that again. If we support something, we want to do it correctly. So it'll be a grassroots, casual style. You know, that's all plans are TBD, but that's kind of the direction.
So you're going to see how it goes. You're testing the waters.
Testing the waters, if you will. Yes.
Good plan. Now, the other big thing here is you've got legendary alien encounters.
Yes.
There he is. I gotta get a shot of the huge alien you guys got.
Yeah, don't forget there's a giant alien out in front, so make sure you get that.
Tell me about this legendary encounter.
Sure. Legendary Encounters is our brand new entry into the Legendary family, but it's not the same game as Marvel. It is not. And what I mean by that, it's not just, I don't just mean it's a new skin on a Marvel game. It's not. It's a completely different engine built from the ground up. It's a real different experience. It's very thematic to the movies. It is based on the 4 Alien movies.
Is it?
You actually play through each of those as a separate, like, scenario, as a mission, as a this, as that. It's a full co-op game. There's no victory points. There's no, you know, one person is the winner. It's all working together, or you're all going to die. And I do mean die very literally.
So what's the premise, though? I mean,
well, the premise is, for the sake of argument, let's say you want to go through the first movie. You have objectives that you have to complete, and they're laid out very much in the same way that a movie is. So you have Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 in a film, and Act 1 is like, hey, we're in space, it's all cool, we're getting paid. Act 2 is like, chess person came out, damn it, something's going horribly wrong. And in Act 3, you're just trying not to die. So the game is set up that way. You know, first objective is like, you know, find a thing and you know, make a thing happen, and it's easy, not easy, but it's not, you know, very challenging. And then objective 2 becomes more challenging, and then objective 3 becomes fight for your life. And you have to work together to accomplish these things, or else it's just not going to work. And like I said, it's a full co-op game. However, you know, you're fighting aliens through the whole thing. There's definitely a time where potentially somebody can get infected with a face hugger, then with a chest burster, and if a chest burster comes out, that person dies and becomes an alien in the game, uses their own deck of cards to fight against the other players.
No way, really?
Way. So
nice.
It's super awesome. It's rad. We actually have the designers here, Danny Mandel and Ben Chakosky, doing the demos for the game all weekend, actually through Saturday, and they're crushing it, man. Everybody's loving it. So
excellent. So there's no player elimination; they just change sides.
There's a player elimination if they get killed by an alien, because they would actually then be out of the game. Because, well, just like in any of the movies, if you die, you kind of die.
Right.
But if you die from a chest burster, there could be another alien in the game. On top of the aliens that are in, like on the board, there's 2 alien players. So you could potentially have, if you're playing 5 players, 1 human, 4 aliens, and then the aliens on the board. That person's gonna die. They're just gonna die. Sorry, but you're gonna die.
Now, is that actually released, or is it gonna have a full release later?
We have the production copies here. This is a pre-release.
Okay.
So these are all production copies. Same thing you're gonna get in the store. It releases next week.
Next week.
On the 20th.
Nice.
So a few days from now, everyone will have it in their hands. And it's crazy. We're killing it here. We've sold out yesterday. We sold out today. I'm guessing we'll sell out tomorrow and Sunday.
Now, this is the first legendary encounter. Where are the legendary encounters going from here?
Up, forward, in a very upward direction. That's a good question. And I think it's going to not morph, but there's obviously going to be expansions. There can easily be a Predator version of this game. I see that happening.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely see it happening. There could be little other expansions that we do to kind of like put other things in the mix. I think the possibilities are kind of endless. They're limitless.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Upper Deck's got a lot of licenses.
Yeah, it's weird, man. What a difference, 2 years makes, right? Yeah. All right.
Well, let's talk Marvel Legendary. What's going on there?
The flagship, the mothership.
That's right. It brought everything together.
Yeah, and it really did. I do want to point out to anybody, lest they think we're going to grow too big and grow too fast, we're going to forget about what got us here to what we're doing now at these shows. I mean, we have a 10K going on for Marvel Legendary today that was sold out, full capacity. We had to turn people away, which, that's incredible. I mean, it sucks, so we had to turn people away, but it's a good problem to have.
That's right.
Sorry for that other dude. Sorry, man, if you're watching this. I know where you are, Carl. The thing is, Marvel Legendary is our flagship. We're going to support that until we're told not to. I mean, we don't want it. It's a fun game. We love it. We all love it as the developers. We love it as a company. It's a great, fun event. It's a game that brings people to the industry. And I've said it before. I'll say it again. I hear a lot of times people come up to me and they go, "Dude, thank you for Marvel Legendary because my wife will play with me. She doesn't play other games. My daughter plays." It just brings people that just aren't into the tabletop gaming space. It brings them in, and that's cool. And so I totally dig it.
It is cool, especially with all the Marvel movies going on now.
And that's
just draws people in,
People go
wait
a minute, there's Guardians of the Galaxy. I love that movie. Maybe I should buy. Spoiler. Maybe I should buy the October set for Legendary. It's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Dun dun.
Dun, bam.
Is it the movie Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, it's based off of the comics.
The comics Guardians.
It ain't gonna. It's not gonna not be the Guardians, right? So it's not gonna be like the Guardians' cousins from the comic book. It's Star-Lord, Drax, Rocket, Groot, Gamora. So you got that. But yeah, look, we're going to continuously support Marvel Legendary. It's a fun game. It continuously grows in terms of adding what we're adding to it, with the villain set, the new core set. We have everybody loves it. The new recruits mechanic. The card is amazing. Everybody loves that. So that was just an addition we put in there, and we'll continue to kind of make those tweaks as we go along to make it just a more fun game.
Nice. So you can avoid so many extra rules that it becomes unplayable.
Yeah.
So you put in little things and tweak it along the way.
I think that's the right move, and it's worked so far.
Yeah.
Like, we don't inundate people with 15 new keywords and then 10 new mechanics for every set. I've played games where that happens. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Sometimes it works, but sometimes, and then sometimes it doesn't. And I just don't want to be on the side of it doesn't. I always want to be on the side of it does. So I think what we're doing now is the right move. I think we've been playing it right. I think we've been doing it right. And honestly, the amount of content we deliver every year, it's like 3 sets a year we put out. That's a lot of cake, man.
Yep.
I mean, so the biggest complaint we have about Marvel Legendary, I don't have a box big enough to put all this content. Like, all right, it's a good problem to have, So, but look, it's Marvel Legendary is going strong. We always have things in the works that are in the back of our heads for it. Like I said, Guardians is October. We have another Villains small box expansion coming out in February. And then June, another spoiler here. Well, I can't tell you what it is. I can tell you because people were a little concerned that we moved away from the Dark City style set in June. Fear not, it will be a Dark City style set in June. You're going to get all that 350 cards, 350, maybe even more cards in the box, and it's going to be good stuff.
So a big box expansion.
Big box, not another core set, but a regular big box expansion.
Nice.
Dark City style.
Dark City style. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Jason, thanks for taking a couple of minutes to talk to me.
I'm glad we finally got to it, man. I know we've been trying for the last couple of days, but
Gen Con's crazy.
Give me that 6. We need more power.